Gogeta has finally arrived in part 2 of the 10th anniversary of Dokkan, and if you manage to pull him but don't know who to use him with, here are the best options for his team. Gogeta is definitely number 1 or 2 when it comes to top units, and is now the second unit in Dokkan to have a 250% HP leader skill with a 220% boost to attack and defense. So let's get straight into the list. Starting us off with number 10, this spot is for new or returning players. This is just if you need a few extra filler units that can hold their own. Gogeta is probably the easiest leader skill to make homemade teams with, since he has pure Saiyans, fused fighters, and fusion or gifted warriors for the full leader skill. Successors can be a bit confusing though. Regardless, I'm not going to go in depth for these units since that would be a waste of time. These are good units for progression but will not help in stages that are designed for Vegito and Gogeta. Orange Piccolo, AGL LR Golden Frieza, TUR Super EZA Tech Gotenks, LR AGL Broly from the 9th anniversary, Tech EZA Majin Vegeta, and the Physical Piccolo and Vegeta Duo card. These are all very solid picks with decent defense and useful mechanics that link well on the team or provide value in other ways. Before we move on to number 9, I just want to talk about the new category Successors. They don't have a lot of great units, and the good units that are on Successors are on the 2 other categories anyways. The only units worth mentioning here are AGL Full Power Frieza with his EZA and the new Int Go Frieza who's not that good anyways. These 2 just work as solid backup picks if you have nothing else. The real number 9 spot goes to Tech TUR Vegeta. He gets the full leader skill and can still be very solid. There's a reason he's in the last spot though, definitely starting to age, but he's still a top 15 or top 10 TUR with the extra support on his team. He's a great pick with decent defense and damage. His transformation makes him even more solid on defense, but you still need to be a bit careful with him around super attacks in some of these newer events. Other than that, he's no joke and can be the perfect replacement with great Vegeta links and a solid kit. Also, make sure to subscribe if you're new because we're super close to 10k, and please interact with the video in any way so I can keep making content. Thanks. The number 8 spot goes to the 9th anniversary Physical Gogeta. He's at this spot because he can still bring amazing value to this team with healing, dodge, rainbow orb changing, a great targeting skill, and some very solid damage. He's got the best links with the new Gogeta, and his only weakness is lack of defense before supering. You have to be very careful with him, but once he's transformed, he's not really something to worry about since he will dodge most attacks anyways. Number 7 is a unit you can't forget since he's the original. STR Super EZA Gogeta. This guy is the perfect floater unit for the team. He got crit, additionals, 30% damage reduction with 50% defense for each attack, and a bonus 50% attack and defense for every rainbow orb, which is easy if you have the units I'm going to talk about later. And he's got guard against extreme types and also a 70% chance to guard against super types. He also offers key and attack support for allies. He's just an all-around unit that can do a little bit of everything and gains a ton of stats from his additionals and battle conditions. This unit didn't look the best when we got the details, but he's super solid when actually in game. So he's not a unit to sleep on if you are missing other better units. He's also probably rainbowed for many OG players. For number 7, I've got to say it's LR Int Evo Vegeta, and if you don't have him, you can use the STR1 who can be a fraud but isn't nearly as bad as Int Go Frieza. Int Evo Vegeta has that consistent 80% damage reduction after 3 hits, guard for 1 turn, a beautiful revive skill that has a ton of value, and he is just an all-around great fit for the team. The STR Evo Vegeta isn't a bad substitute because if you're lucky, he can work miracles for you and build up tons of damage reduction and attack damage. But just remember, you need to be pretty lucky for him to actually get his full value. He's just a decent runner-up to the old Evo Vegeta. Now, for number 6, I gotta say LR Tech Gotenks. He's still a great pick. He's another amazing slot 1 for the team. Even though it takes a bit of luck to get the 777% boost, he can tank regardless for the first 3 turns with 55% damage reduction. And even after 5 turns when the 22% drops up, he still gets 44% reduction on top of a counter when he gets attacked with a Ki Blast Super. So if you know the boss is doing Ki Blast Supers like Beerus, then Gotenks is definitely your guy. He's got insane utility, and even if you aren't fighting against Ki Blast Supers, he can still be used, which just makes him a top pick for Gogeta's team. A great partner for Gotenks on this team is Tech Majin Vegeta with his EZA, since he's got great defense, rainbow orb changing, as well as guard plus 66% damage reduction with 6 orbs once he's transformed. Before transforming, he's got guard for free and 50% damage reduction with only 1 rainbow orb needed. These 2 are a great dynamic duo on this team, so don't be scared to run them just because they came out before the anniversary. Number 5 is just a bunch of units you should look out for since they will EZA in part 3 or very soon after and will probably be amazing on this team. Obviously, the 7th anniversary LRs are going to be absolutely busted once they EZA, meaning they will be even stronger on this 250% team. Who knows what type of things they will have in their kits. It could be damage reduction support, it could be regular support, it could just be guaranteed dodge or additionals. We don't know yet, but they will be incredibly powerful for sure. Another unit is Int SSJ4 Gogeta. I think he will finally get his EZA in the next worldwide download celebration, which is right after the anniversary. Not only will he be great on this team, he will also be a buff to Giant 8 power. And finally, we have Saiyan Saga Vegeta, the tech type LR, who will also soon get an EZA. Number 4/3 is for those who don't care about getting the full leader skill but still want powerful units. Right away, we've got both the Ultra Instinct units. AGL MUI with the guaranteed dodge on turn 1 and the revive skill, while Tech UI has the dodge buff domain and the guaranteed dodge for 1 turn after transforming, plus the counters. We've also got the Tech Broly for slot 1 with his insane defense, his AoEs, and fantastic damage output, plus support. And the best of the best once again is Beast Gohan, who is still the best slot 1 option even without the full leader skill. The only thing I don't understand is why he's not on Gifted Warriors, since Gohan is the definition of a gifted warrior in most of the show and movies. Number 2 is a very predictable one, and that is Tech LR Gogeta. Once again, I'll say it, Gogeta is the best EZA in the game. He does everything. He links very well with everyone on the team, can tank, heal, and output insane damage once transformed. Before he transforms, he can tank with a solid 60% damage reduction on turn 1, and can transform as soon as turn 4 as long as you have over 70% HP. This unit is also age-proof with guard, rainbow orb changing, and nullification on top of being a solid slot 1 pick with a scouter and 80% damage reduction before attacking for 5 turns once transformed. Number 1 is an even more obvious pick, but Tech LR Vegito is on the 250% leader skill, meaning the top 2 units in the game can both be on the same rotation and absolutely obliterate any boss off just pure damage. Vegito is actually better than Gogeta since his counters are completely broken and he has the targeting active skill, which makes him infinitely more valuable. But that's not to say Gogeta is bad in any sense, since he has amazing support, the best tanking in the game with 60% damage reduction and guard, while also gaining 5% more damage reduction per rainbow orb. He's also got a scouter, crit, and orb changing in his active to top it off. Vegito is also solid before transforming with 70% damage reduction after attacking as Goku, and 70% damage reduction as Vegeta when receiving an attack with 10 or more ki. Vegeta is the perfect slot 1 even if you decide to not use the Vegito transformation for some reason, and Goku can essentially hold his own until Vegeta or Vegito can actually come out. I don't need to really tell you guys how good these 2 units are because I'm sure most of you already know, but with this info alone you can tell they are crazy powerful, and when they work together they are even better. And the thing is, I'm not even going over every little detail of every unit here, so most of these cards I've talked about in this video are probably even better than they sound. Anyways, if you made it this far, please consider subscribing to the channel and checking out some of my other videos that should be on screen right now. Thank you all so much for watching. Psst, are you still here? Then I've got a secret message for you. I'm going to be launching my channel membership soon, so look out for that. Thanks for supporting me, guys. I really appreciate it.